I spent 6 months planning my sister's wedding, every flower, every invitation, every detail, down to the font on the napkins. And just 3 weeks before the big day, my own mother told me I wasn't invited. I wish I could say it came out of nowhere. But the truth is, it had been building for years. Slow, silent cracks beneath the surface of our picture-perfect family. I wasn't just Rebecca's sister. I was her second mom growing up. Our dad walked out when she was 4. I was 12. I helped raise her while our mother, Deborah, was, well, let's say more interested in wine and image than bedtime stories. I gave Rebecca everything I had. Babysitting to college applications. Even helped her move across states when she got her job. So when she got engaged, it was natural I jumped in to help. She called me her wedding fairy. I handled the venue bookings, deposits, dress fittings. I even paid for the honeymoon flights. But slowly, something changed. It started small. My ideas were suddenly too much. Deborah would smile sweetly and say things like, "Let's keep it simple. Leah, not everyone wants a royal wedding." Then came the secret group chats without me. I found out from Rebecca's fiancé, James. "Your mom said you were stepping back." He told me. I was being pushed. I saw it plain as day. I wasn't listed as maid of honor anymore. Not even a bridesmaid. Just Leah Morgan family. No one told me. When I asked Rebecca, she said she thought I had agreed to step down, that I had said I was too stressed. But I never said that. Someone else was rewriting the story behind my back. 3 weeks before the wedding, I confronted them both. I said, "What's going on? Why am I being cut out of everything?" And that's when Deborah looked me in the eye and said, "Leah, you've always tried to control everything. Maybe this wedding is better off without you." And Rebecca didn't defend me. She looked down, said nothing. I left the house shaking. I couldn't breathe. I sat in my car for an hour, sobbing so hard my chest ached I wanted to disappear, to crawl into myself and vanish. But Tyler, he didn't let me. "Leah, this isn't just the wedding. This is years of your mom gaslighting you." I didn't believe it until Olivia showed me a screenshot. A text Deborah had forwarded her supposedly from me, saying I didn't want to be involved anymore. It was fake. I never sent it. I checked my phone history. It wasn't there. But she had shown it to Rebecca. Suddenly, it all made sense. The lies, the twisting of words, the subtle smear campaign. I called my Aunt Catherine my mother's estranged sister. I told her what was happening. She sighed and said, "Leah, I left this family for the same reason. Your mother's been manipulating people her whole life. We spent hours piecing together patterns, financial lies, misunderstandings that never added up, birthday invitations I never got, money." Deborah claimed I refused to give when I'd already paid. I started documenting everything. Screenshots, receipts, emails, calls. I was done playing nice. We organized a family meeting, me, Aunt Catherine, Rebecca's fiancé James, and a few cousins who'd seen the cracks. I showed them the texts, the receipts, the lies. Rebecca broke down in tears. "She said you didn't care about me," she whispered. James was furious. She played us all. Deborah tried to defend herself, claimed it was all a misunderstanding, but for once, no one bought it. 2 days later, Rebecca came to me in person. "I want you back as my maid of honor," she said. "I'm setting boundaries with Mom. I see her now. I see you." We hugged shaky, not perfect, but real. But something inside me had shifted too. This wasn't just about the wedding. It was about reclaiming my voice. The wedding would go on, but not the way any of us expected, because sometimes healing doesn't start with an apology. It starts with truth. For days, I sat with that text, not just the words, the weight behind them, the accusation, the dismissal. After everything I had done for my sister, my own mother told me I was nothing but a jealous obstacle, that I didn't belong at the wedding. And the worst part? Rebecca believed it. "You always get things so organized. I swear I don't know how I do this without you. Just trying to make sure you don't walk into your wedding with carnations from 7-Eleven. Tyler, you didn't sleep again, did you? It's like every time I think I'm ready to let it go, something else pops up in my head. I keep asking myself, What did I do wrong? Tyler, gentle but firm, you didn't do anything wrong. But it's time to stop blaming yourself and start looking at the pattern. Something wasn't adding up. The messages Mom said I sent some of them didn't match my phone records, and I kept thinking about Aunt Catherine, how she cut ties years ago. What if this wasn't new? Did Mom ever make you feel like you were crazy? Or too much? Like your love for your family was threatening? Aunt Catherine, she did it for years. She twisted stories, turned people against me. Eventually, I walked away for good. But I always hoped you girls would be spared. I wasn't. The signs were always there, but I thought it was just me. That if I tried harder, loved more, gave more, she'd finally see me. But the truth was, Mom never wanted me seen. She wanted control. Olivia, Leah. This is a paper trail of gaslighting. Some of these messages have timestamps that contradict your phone logs. This wasn't a misunderstanding. It was manipulation. I whispered. She wanted me out of the wedding, out of Rebecca's life. But why? Because I wouldn't let her control me. And she thought if she got rid of me, she'd have full access to Rebecca. Leah, I don't know what's happening. Rebecca's been so upset lately, she won't talk to anyone. She keeps saying you ruined everything. I didn't ruin anything, but I think you should look at this before you marry into this family. James, wait. Deborah told us you removed Aunt Margaret from the guest list. She did that, and then forwarded you a cropped email that made it look like I said. James, this changes everything, Rebecca said softly. She said Leah hacked our messages. But these screenshots timestamps, they match James's emails, not Mom's version. James, your sister was protecting you. Your mom was isolating her. You told me Leah was jealous, that she tried to sabotage the wedding, that she didn't love me. I only told you the truth. Leah was always dramatic. I was cutting her off. No, you told your version of the truth, the one where you stay in control. But I kept records this time. I have proof of what you did. You manipulated everyone, including Rebecca, just like you did to Aunt Catherine. Aunt Catherine said I knew it. I knew the pattern would repeat. Deborah was defensive. So now I'm the villain? After everything I've done for this family? You made yourself the villain when you lied, divided, and hurt the people you claimed to love. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to say, I see you now, and I won't let you control me anymore. I said quietly. Weeks later, Rebecca called me. I'm sorry. I should have trusted you. I let her twist everything. Can we talk? I never stopped being your sister, but we have to rebuild with honesty this time. No more shadows, then will you? Still be my maid of honor? Only if I don't have to plan the bachelorette party. I was smiling faintly. The wedding day. Leah walks beside Rebecca, holding her bouquet. Deborah is present, but seated far from the front. James and Rebecca exchange vows. Leah watches quietly, proud, tearful, whole. Sometimes the people we love the most hurt us the worst, but the truth doesn't stay buried forever. With the right light, even decades of manipulation can unravel. And when it does, you get to choose who you become after the storm. It was the moment we'd been building toward the wedding. Rebecca looked radiant. The guests were smiling, and for once, things felt whole. But even on the happiest days, old wounds don't stay buried, especially when the person who caused them refuses to stop digging earlier that day in the bridal suite. Leah is helping Rebecca with her veil. They're quiet, both still tender from everything that unfolded in the past few weeks. Rebecca asks softly, "Do you think she'll make a scene? If she does, she'll be the only one embarrassed. You don't need to worry about her today. This day is yours and James's. That's all that matters. I'm sorry for not believing you sooner. We're here now. That's enough." Deborah arrives wearing a dramatic black and gold outfit that clearly doesn't fit the event's color scheme. Guests whisper. Leah notices, but says nothing. Deborah sits at a back table, alone, a glass of wine in hand. She couldn't stand not being the center of attention, and when she couldn't manipulate the moment, she tried to overshadow it, but she didn't know I had one more truth left to reveal. Flashback 2 days earlier. Leah is in her apartment, digging through an old lockbox. Inside are photos, letters, and a USB stick, on it audio recordings from years ago. Voicemails, one in particular, stands out Deborah on speakerphone, leaving a message for Rebecca Deborah. Voicemail audio was Leah's just trying to ruin things again. She's always been jealous of you. Don't let her make this about her. I've already told the florist to ignore her changes. This is your day, not hers. She always claimed I was the controlling one, but she was the one pulling strings, writing scripts for everyone else to act out. Not anymore. At the reception, dinner has been served. The MC taps the mic for speeches. James's best man gives a heartfelt toast. Then it's Leah's turn. She walks slowly to the mic. The room goes quiet. Good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Leah Rebecca's sister, maid of honor, and until recently, the family scapegoat. Nervous chuckles ripple through the crowd. Deborah shifts uncomfortably at her table. I could stand here and tell you how beautiful this wedding is, and it is, or how proud I am of Rebecca and I am. But I also want to tell you a story, one about truth and about healing. Sometimes the people closest to us make us believe we're too much. Too loud, too sensitive, too emotional. They say we're controlling when all we're doing is trying to hold ourselves together in a storm someone else created. Deborah stiffens. Some guests nod. Others look away, uneasy. But when the truth finally comes out, when you find the courage to stop apologizing for existing, that's when the healing begins. I hold up a small remote and pressed a button. The screen behind her, meant for wedding photos, suddenly played a short audio clip, Deborah's voicemail from months ago. Leah's just trying to ruin things again. She's always been jealous. Don't let her make this about her. Gasps echo through the hall. Deborah rises to her feet. Deborah was shouting, "How dare you embarrass me like this on your sister's wedding day?" Rebecca was standing. "No, Mom. How dare you? She helped me put this whole day together, and you tried to tear her down. Again, we asked you not to interfere. Deborah, you came anyway," James said. Deborah was shaking, voice breaking. "I did everything for this family." "No, you did everything for control, and it ends today," I said calmly. Deborah stormed out. The silence left behind is heavy, but freeing. I took a breath, then turned back to the mic. Now, with that chapter closed, let's celebrate love, not fear, truth, not illusion, and healing, not silence. Applause slowly builds into something warm and thunderous. Rebecca wipes tears from her eyes. She walks over and hugged me. "That was brave, thank you," she whispered. Later that night, guests dancing. I was laughing with my cousins. Rebecca and James cutting the cake. Aunt Catherine sipping wine beside me. That was the speech I never got to give. You did what I couldn't, Leah. I was laughing. We break the cycle. One truth at a time. Next morning, I woke up in her small apartment. A beam of sun slips through the window. Her phone buzzes. A message from Rebecca. "Brunch? Just us?" Yes, healing doesn't come all at once, but it starts the moment you decide to stop hiding, to stop shrinking, to stand in your own name, even if your voice shakes. I didn't destroy our family. I finally refused to carry its secrets.